Hello everyone, today I'll be doing a solo Master Nightfall Lightblade with Hunter. For my subclass, I'll be using Night Stalker. Here are the mods and fragments I'll be using in this video. For my kinetic, I'll be using Will Horde with the Solar Scout Shoot to Loot and Adaptive. Next, I'll be using the Arc Rocket Hothead. For my helmet, Grenade Launcher Ammo Finder, Rocket Ammo Finder, Well Utility, and 10 Resilience. For the arms, I'll be using Scout Rifle Loader, Anti-Barrier Scout, Powerful Friends with 10 Resilience. Next, I'll be using Solar and Arc Damage Resilience with 10 Resilience and Reactive Pulse. Next, I'll be using Rocket Launcher Scavenger, Elemental Light, and 10 Resilience. Next, I'll be using Double Outreach with Radiant Light and 10 Resilience. So if you guys notice, this week is Lightblade, everyone's most hated Nightfall throughout this entire season. And I also hate this Nightfall with so much passion. So as you guys notice, yes, there's going to be a lot of barrier champions, only 3 unstoppable champions for some reason, but that's basically the whole Nightfall layout. So I did use 2 rockets to make the boss disappear, so I can deal with the barrier champions. But Blitz, if you skip this, you can get I know that. I was trying to do a different method of getting platinum, but to be honest, I'm not even sure if I got platinum or gold for this video, because it didn't say anything at all when I completed the Nightfall. And then there was also another run where I didn't get loot at all and it didn't say anything. So there's just weird bugs going on with this Nightfall. So I decided to take down the first barrier champion and then turn invisible to go to the stairs because the second barrier champion is so stubborn. I'm just gonna go for plan B. Plan B is to spam Will the Horde and hopefully we'll have that barrier champion twirling around like a ballerina. Hopefully we'll take him down. So there will be a lot of barrier champions doing the twirl. Yes, I'm not even joking or over exaggerating. This Nightfall is basically twirling ballerina champions. They are absolutely irritating, frustrating, and for GMs, they can be super annoying to deal with. So yeah, be aware that these champions will twirl, so make sure you stagger them and try to do as much DPS as you can. If you don't, he's going to twirl to the left and then regain his health and then back to DPS mode again. So for this Nightfall, of course, there's going to be these fairies or these moths, so we're going to call them the fairies. Basically, Navi decided to go to the dark side. Don't know what Link did to her, but she just wanted to protect the hives now. And I would stay away from the Ferry because they can one-shot you sometimes, especially going through the swamp. So I was trying to shoot the Navi, sorry about that, because I didn't want it to two-shot me or one-shot me. It's just so random, to be honest. So now we're going to deal with the most annoying, frustrating area. Let me introduce you the Lucent Hive. No, not that one. You'll see very soon what I'm talking about. If you guys notice, there is Lucent Hives in this Nightfall. They are probably the most dangerous than champions, where they can actually one-shot you when using their super. Sometimes two-shot you for the master version, but for Grandmaster, it is definitely a one-shot. They can also throw accurately of suppressing grenades, but you can avoid it by just jumping, just backing away, and you can tell when the Lucent Hive will throw a grenade. they love to teleport from the far left, far right, or the middle of the room. So just be very careful of the Lucent Hive. When he does use his super, I just try my best to use my super. Might as well, since it loves to spam it. So I can make it cancel its vicious Titan Sentinel attack of the throwing shields of death. And hopefully I can take down the Lucent Hive warrior. Or let's just call him Lucent Hive. So he was throwing a grenade. He missed. You know, jokes on that Lucent Hive. Then there will be these ghosts, which I would highly recommend you crush the ghosts. I know they're so cute and adorable, but if you don't crush the ghosts, then it's gonna regain his health and then back to DPS mode, which is extremely frustrating, and they're gonna be spamming suppressing grenades. And now we got 2 barrier champions. Yes, so there is always one in the middle that does seem to walk on that specific spot every run. Now there is one that's going to shoot arc from the left side, which I would be very careful with that one because that specific champion loves to do ballerina twirls. So once I use the finisher, I pull back because I actually need to deal with the next barrier champion. Yes, the next barrier champion. So I was trying to see, how am I going to deal with this champion? Because he loves to do those ballerina twirls. Oh, there we go again. Do I see a second twirly ballerina? Wonderful. Are you going to do it again, barrier champion? Are you just showing the guardians your dance? Please stop doing the twirly ballerina dance. It is super annoying. Alright, so hopefully he's not going to do the twirl. And I got a little impatient. I throw my grenade and then use my finisher once I defeat this ballerina barrier champion because it just keeps twirling and twirling and it's so annoying, especially on console aim assist when using a linear, right, or a scout. It's really hard to shoot the precision shots to do DPS. Since we took down the barrier champions, now you're probably thinking, okay, this seems easy. You know, that's it. We cleared out the ads and then we just make our way. Nope. We get a Lucent Hive that spawns in the middle. And yeah, there's going to be another Lucent Hive that will spawn, depending how many ads you take down. Yes, I'm not even joking. And a whole bunch of thralls that will run towards you, depending on where you are. So I am just backing away because we have a Lucent Hive on the loose. It's just lurking like a psychopath waiting to throw its suppressing grenades. So be aware that it does pop the barricade just like a Titan. And I'm just trying my best to take down this Lucent Hive at the same time. I don't want to, you know, go back to orbit, right, from its suppressing grenades. So right now I'm just trying to, you know, get away from him, but I got stuck. So I thought I'll just stand still and hopefully the shield won't one-shot me. It did work, by the way. It was a mistake. I wasn't supposed to do that, but my hunter, you know, its ankle got stuck in that little wall. So I had to, you know, make up a plan, you know, plan C of just staying still and not do anything until I can be able to pull back from the dreadful shields. So I'm gonna crush the hive ghosts. I'm so sorry, but I have to crush you. I mean, I have to destroy the ghosts. I don't want the Lucent Hive to come back to life, right? They're already frustrating and very stressful as it is. Now you're probably thinking, oh, Blitz, okay, that's it. No, there's gonna be actually another Lucent Hive and 2 knights. Yes, 2 gold bar knights. Just perfect. They really wanted to make this room really fun for guardians, but no, they just make it extremely frustrating. So I did make these Lightblade knights, right? to jump so I can use my rocket, and then I saw the Lucent Hive use his super. I backed away because I don't want to get one shot by it. You know, I have to be very cautious, even for GMs. Like I said, they always will one shot you no matter what. I was just waiting patiently. Hopefully I can do amount of DPS at this very scary psychopathic Lucent Hive. They're called the Lightblade Warriors, but it says defeat the Lucent Hive, so that's why I named them just Lucent Hive. So now I'm gonna use this Sentinel that I copied from a Titan. You know, I'm just gonna back away and wait. Usually he shoots around, I would say, 3 times. So I'm just gonna wait patiently. Hopefully he'll give up. And then I could just throw, you know, shoot a Wilderhorde or a grenade or use my super. And then crush the ghost again, and then we can proceed to the next section. Yes, finally. I am so fed up with these Lucent Hive. Now, before I go to the next area, yes, we saw the Ferry destroy the hive, right? Or the acolyte, or the thrall. That was kind of weird. I never seen that ever. You know what? Things happen in the game. So I'm just gonna say Navi got pissed off and then just kill the thrall. So now we're actually gonna go to the next section, and I would advise to try your best to tag the barrier champion. Sometimes he likes to fall down to the pit, and then there goes your platinum rank. Yes, I'm not even joking. Sometimes this specific barrier champion will most likely fall down, and then if you don't tag it, then you don't get the champion defeated. So now I am going to do as much DPS as I can. Hopefully he won't do those little ballerina twirls. Alright, finally. And then the next one is all the way across, so he won't do those twirly ballerina again. Are we gonna go for second? What about third? Third time. He just wants to show everyone his dance moves. Alright, I got it. I understand. I think we all know, you know, the twirls for this Nightfall, especially on these champions. They keep spamming these twirly ballerina just to make it so frustrating just to do DPS. I was just scouting, just looking like, okay, what can I do over here? Maybe I can just take down the acolytes with Wilderhorde. Hopefully, maybe I'll drop a brick or two, so I can actually, you know, get some ammo for the rockets, since you only can get 7 for this specific rocket. Unless I put rocket reserves, but honestly, I would just put, you know, the arc and solar resilience over rocket reserves, because the boss melts, and the boss is actually smart compared to Hollow Layer. So now I saw heavy brick, you know, shoot to loot, must get ammo. There is going to be a shrieker and then 2 hives that will guard the orb. But you know what? I'm not going to really waste my time with the Lucent Hive unless I want to get more points to get the secure 100k. I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to pick up the orb, turn invisible, and then just make my way to the next section. Because these Lucent Hives are extremely annoying to deal with, and I just want to get this Nightfall done. So I am shooting a Wilderhorde, and hopefully I'll get some bricks, but it didn't happen. I went to the other way, did it again, just shoot a Wilderhorde. I saw Navi the Ferry just flying up, you know, wants protection as usual. I'm gonna pass the Lucent Hive, get the orb, and I'm super happy that the Lucent Hive did not turn, you know, super and could have one-shot me, because that was kind of a messy invisibility there. Now I'm gonna wait until my visibility is full so I can actually go to the next section. So it's just waiting, then I lost patience a bit. And now we're gonna go to the mini ship. We're gonna ride this mini little boat, right? Or the ferry. I'm gonna try my best to crouch and go behind this wall, and hopefully the wizards and the shriekers won't see me. So far, so good. By the way, there's a weird bug where this invisible wall makes you move to the middle of the boat, right? So I turn invisible and then try again, and then the wizards and the shriekers didn't see me. So now I'm gonna pass the waterfall, and just say goodbye to the shrieker because they're extremely annoying to deal with. And now we get to deal with more thralls. Yes, more thralls, more ads. It's just perfect. This Nightfall is just wonderful. Everyone loves this Nightfall. It's everyone's best Nightfall to do for this week. Alright, so I'm gonna try my best to use Will of the Horde since it does bounce off the ship or the boat or the ferry. Right? So now I'm gonna take down all these thralls. Hopefully more will spawn to the Will of the Horde. But it didn't work, so I had to try again. This is really fun, right? Just shooting the Will of the Horde at the right angle so it can actually do some damage and I can get free ammo. Make sure you do DPS at the corner of the left or the right. Usually there's 2 or 3 thralls that will spawn in the middle. As you guys notice, it did pass me. So be very careful because they can push you off the platform and then that leads to a death, which is not good for a GM. Now we're gonna go to the swamp. Yes, I'm not even joking. The swamp. We have to go through the ghostly doors with the lanterns. Yeah, that one. The one where players have so much trouble with the fairies. And then the darkness times 10. Well, you know what? We're gonna take advantage of invisibility. Or, of course, this works on Arc Hunter. I tested out. You just have to clear all the ads. And then quickly go to the right corner of the map. Which is what I'm gonna do right now. So if you guys notice, when you do have Weight of Darkness, you can only run and jump. When you have the Weight of Darkness 10, now you can't run, you can only jump and walk. For the mechanics of the lanterns and going through the ghostly walls, it is completely RNG of where they're gonna be. Every run is completely random. They're gonna be left, right, middle, maybe to the left over there. So I decided to go to a different method, by the way, and then just walk my way to the right side or left side. My bad for that. Now for this section, the only thing you have to be careful is the raider. Sometimes the scribs, right? Try your best to take down the 3 fairies because sometimes they can see you when you turn invisible. You will have to take them down because they're the ones are going to one-shot you since you have the Weight of Darkness times 10. So if you guys notice, yes, that's the fairies. I was very reckless. If you guys notice, they can see you when you are invisible sometimes. So just make sure you shoot at least 2 fairies if on Night Stalker. That way you won't have that problem where they just all of a sudden one-shot you. Now there I got really lucky, because usually they one-shot me when I get the Weight of Darkness times 10.
Guarding this place? He's an old rival of Oryx, and he's no joke. Pretty funny that Savathun has him guarding Oryx.
So now we're going to deal with the Unstoppable Champion. Because I don't have an unstoppable weapon, I have to rely on Will the Horde and the Scat Rifle. I didn't want to use my rocket a lot because I really need it for the boss fight. So I am trying my best to shoot the fairies because they kind of get in the way, especially if you get close. They're going to be floating towards you and they will try their best to one-shot you. Especially on a GM, highly recommend you always kill the fairies when you do see them. So now I'm just gonna stand behind this rock and then just spam Scout, spam Will of the Horde, and then hopefully I can use a finisher and then just make my way dealing with the other unstoppable champions. So I'm gonna do a mini time skip for this one because this is gonna take a while. Alright, so once I do DPS the boss or champion, I use my finisher, then I'm going to turn invisible and then just leave and ditch these raiders or these stalkers, because now we actually need to deal with more champions. Yes, more champions, mini boss ogres. It's just a lot of things going on. So I'm gonna go to a different platform for this one. And I decided to try my best to tag the two unstoppable champions just in case they get destroyed. We know each other, and it will count as champions defeated for the platinum rank. Now for this one, I decided to use my saber. Mainly you want to tag the Scorn champion and the Hive champion. Mainly the Scorn one because all the ads, including the boss, they're all going to shoot the poor innocent unstoppable champion. The one that's shooting arc, by the way, not the one with the void. The Hive champion is fighting with the Arc champion or the Scorn champion, so make sure you tag the Arc one, that way it will count as champion defeated. So once you tag the unstoppable champion, then you could just take your time doing DPS as the unstoppable champion. So I'm gonna do a mini time skip for this one because it's mainly me just shooting Will the Horde, spamming Scout, throwing nades. Okay, so I did enough damage for the unstoppable champion. Now I actually need to shoot around 201 rocket because I need this boss to disappear again for a while because the doors are closed. It says defeat the Lucent Hives, so I can't go to the boss room yet. So I'm just waiting patiently for this boss to go away. Of course I am doing DPS with a Scout and a rocket. So I'm waiting patiently, like so far so good. Hopefully this boss will be a gentleman and leave. And now I can use my finisher. And hopefully I defeated all the Lucent Hives. Well, kinda, I'm missing a couple. So there's these mini, well not mini scribs, but scribs, which I would highly recommend you take them down. Now there is this knight which I need to take down, that way I can go to the boss room. I know, right? It's amazing, right? We're at the boss fight already. Time went so fast. So during the half of the video, it's all gonna be about the boss. Yes, everything is the boss fight, frustration of the barrier champions, and it was just a lot of things going on. Alright. So now I can finally enter the boss room, so I am gonna go and I'm going to wait for my dodge, of course collect some ammo. So I'm gonna do a time skip here. I think I went to get some water because it's gonna be a frustrating boss fight. Okay, so after, getting some water, it's gonna be a tough boss fight, So, as you guys notice, this is gonna be the boss, right? The Lightblade. So I just spam my super, use Will of the Horde, and get the hell out of here because I actually want to grab the orbs that he somehow spawned. And I'm gonna pick up as much orbs as I can so I can do more DPS for the next phase. Yes, the next phase. So mainly there's gonna be a lot of thralls. And then there's gonna be the boss that is going to shoot the Kai Blast. Yes, the Kai Blast from Dragon Ball Super or Dragon Ball Z or Dragon Ball. And I'm going to say be very careful with his Kai Blast or his Arc Attack, but we're going to call it Kai Blast because he basically likes to trick you of him using it. But then sometimes he doesn't use it. Like if you guys notice, he, pull up his hand, scaring you. And then he's like, oh, just kidding, Blitz. And then it goes and jumps. Another thing this boss loves to do is he likes to melee with his axe. And it can one-shot you, or if you're extremely lucky, you'll get pushed off, but then you can recover yourself. Anyway, yes, this is the boss. I know this looks hilarious, but trust me, this boss is extremely scary. You want to make him jump. You want to play this jumping game with this boss. Alright, I know this looks hilarious, and I know for new players, they'll be like, this is easy, Blitz. I don't understand, how is this boss so difficult? Well, for Grandmasters, 6 months ago or 7 months ago, usually his Arc Blast is either 2-shot or 1-shot. Now, I don't know how his Kai Blast is going to be for this season. That I have no idea. But if you guys notice, I do have 100% resilience and double arc resistance. We'll definitely see how it goes. But yeah, I did as much DPS as I can for the first bar. There's gonna be the Lucent Hive, and he fell down. Damn it, Bungie. And slowly he hop, and then try your best to do as much DPS. When he does his super, run away for your life. I don't even give a Bungie if your girlfriend is calling you right now. Just run and hide, because this boss is going to one-shot you on Legend and on Master and Grandmaster. Once he is done of, spamming his shield, use your finisher, crush the ghosts, and then now you're safe for now. And this is actually the perfect time to collect the orbs. Yes, so I noticed every phase, right? I would say 3 times or 4 times, I lost counted. Depending on the phases, you'll get, a bunch of orbs. So try your best to collect the orbs as much as you can. Because you never know, you might need it for champions. And yes, you actually do need to use your super for certain champions. So I'll show you very soon of what I'm talking about. But at the moment, there are these Arc Knights, or the Lightblade Warriors, well, Lightblade Knights. And they try to do the dance, but it's not working out for them. The bigger champions, they love doing that twirly ballerina dance. They always do it all the time. And they try to do it for the Lightblade Knights. They try to do it, but it's not working out for them. Now you're probably thinking what I'm doing right now. Well, I'm trying to look for the last Arc Knight or the Lightblade Knight. Because the name of it is Lightblade. So I'm just gonna call it the Lightblade Knight. Now I'm gonna go on top of this little platform because that's basically the only way for this Lightblade to calm down, because his melee can actually one-shot you on GMs. And then on Master, he barely one-shot me. Almost one-shotted me even on Master. Well, of course, I am under-leveled, so that could also be the reason why. But still, I would stay away from him and then just go on top of this platform. Because for some reason, he starts to calm down, which is good. And then finally I can use my finisher because now we get to deal with the boss walking like a psychopath, shooting his Kai Blast. Then we got two bigger champions, twirly champions that are gonna be hopping around to the middle of the map. Yes, like that. And it's gonna be a nightmare. So you're probably thinking what I'm doing. Oh, you see, I'm trying to see if it's a good time to take down the bigger champion. Completely RNG, by the way. Now, I do know where the barriers spawn, but I just keep forgetting. And I have to look at my notes. But the problem is the boss. You know, sometimes the boss can shoot Kai Blasts when you know where they spawn, and you have to quickly use your super and take them down as fast as you can, or the boss is gonna keep shooting the Kai Blast, and then there goes your platinum rank, or back to orbit. So you're probably thinking what I'm doing over there. I was trying to do DPS with the bigger champion, but then I saw the boss. He was gonna try to swing his axe. I didn't like it, so I just ran away. And yes, this boss also loves to walk, you know, and run. By the way, he can run, and he can run really fast, faster than a hunter or a titan. Well, not titan, I'm not really sure about that, but you have to be super careful, and I was being very reckless. So yeah, I'm just running, and I'm trying to figure out where the bigger champion is, because I really need to be a little close to him. Not too close, because I am using a rocket. And I want to make sure he's away from the boss so I can have time to do DPS. So he's doing the twirly and it's extremely annoying. So yeah, this can be extremely frustrating. So I'm trying my best. Trying to, you know, do DPS the bigger champion, but the boss, the Lightblade, he kept messing up my DPS. Do you understand why I don't like Lightblade? See, this is one of the reasons why I don't like it. Who thought it would be a good idea to put bigger champions while the boss is walking like a psychopath? Spamming, you know, a limited of Kai Blasts, alright? Yes, I don't understand that. It is extremely frustrating, especially on a GM. Now, this is a master, by the way. But Blitz, if you use your arc, well, I didn't have enough materials to go for the arc strider. Well, I actually did a test run on Gathering Storm. It was working well until the last phase, right? That one was completely unfair, so I decided to switch to Night Stalker. As you guys notice, I quickly took down the bigger champion, and then this boss almost one-shot me. I got extremely lucky there, and I was a little mistake over there because I was trying to slide, but it wasn't working. My controller, you know, there goes my GM solo practice there. Back to orbit for that. So yeah, if you guys notice, yeah, my controller is not really super accurate sometimes. I'm actually saving, you know, to get a new controller because I saw that they have a really nice controller, you know, Sony. They made a really nice controller with, you know, pads in the back of the controller. And I'm probably gonna get that once they have it, you know. It would really help me, you know, especially Lightblade. Especially something like this with console aim assist. So now we defeated the bigger champions. Yay! Now we can just manipulate the boss, making him slowly jump up and down. Then he's going to, you know, try his best to spam his arc. make sure you run to the other platform really fast, because if you don't, he will try his best to melee you or use his Kai Blast. It's really weird, you know. For me, I jump and back away a little bit. I try my best not to get too close to the edge, because sometimes he uses his Arc Blast while jumping, right? While jumping. It's not like, oh Blitz, that's because you know. It's completely unpredictable of how the boss behaves in this Nightfall. Alright? So now you're probably thinking, okay, well, his head came off. What the heck? Since the head of the boss came off, now we got 2 bear champions, and now the boss is gonna get more aggressive. So if you guys thought that the boss was already scary enough, that he was chasing you when it got aggressive, well, now he can run faster. Alright? He's more aggressive, he jumps faster, and he's more smarter. Alright? He can even see you when you're invisible. Alright? So if you're thinking, oh okay, I'll just turn invisible, he won't see me. He actually can see you when you turn invisible on Witch Queen. But for this season, he seems to be a little bit more smarter. But the good news is, I think for GMs, the resilience is gonna really help, especially for the solo for this season. I mean, that's the only good thing I can think of for this season, to be honest. But other than that, you must run away, and then just try your best to do Will of the Horde and then Rockets. Ignore the bear champions for now, because it's just too much things going on. And this is basically everyone's playstyle, by the way. This is for me. I prefer to just make the boss go to his sleeping stage, and then I am going to deal with the Lucent Hive. So now we're gonna have more of the Arc Knights, right? And then Lucent Hive. So now we got 2 bear champions, 2 Arc Knights, and 1 Lucent Hive. Perfect. I love it. This is so challenging, right? I am the happiest guardian ever. But Blitz, how are you gonna get the Lucent Hive with bear champions walking around? Well, this is when the Rocket and Wildroar comes in handy. But Blitz is impossible. Nothing is impossible. Well, okay, maybe, but for me, I decided to just go for a different method of just shooting, you know, Rocket, and then quickly hide for my life because he was using his super. So I decided to crouch down, wait patiently, you know. I'm trying my best to wait patiently because this boss is completely a psychopath. Well, the Lucent Hive. Once he gets fed up of using his super, I decided to go and then try to look for him. So it looked like he had his finisher, so he looks safe. And now you're probably thinking, okay, what's going on? Well, I try to use finisher, but my character used the finisher to the wrong ad. It was an acolyte, not Lucent Hive. Like, why did my character do that? I cannot believe it. There goes my GM practice there. Back to orbit for that. So now I have to wait because this Lucent Hive is, you know, huddling with the surrounding ads, which I don't want it to happen. I just want to, you know, take down this Lucent Hive, but he's too close to the bear champions, way too close. So I had to wait until he backs away. Then I can use my finisher, crush the ghost, and then now we can deal with the bear champions. Well, the twirling ballerina champions, right? Yes. I'm not even joking. I extremely hate them, and I extremely hate how console aim assist messes up my DPS. So now the bear champions reacted, and I'm going to stand on this platform so the Arc Knights can completely ignore me, because that's the only way I can deal with the bear champions in this situation. So right now I am trying to take down this bear champion fast, but it didn't work out because it keeps doing that twirly ballerina move. Stop doing that, bear champion. And it even gets worse. Like, what could be worse, Blitz? Well, guess what? Now we got this bear champion in the back doing ballerina again. Over. and over and over. Did I mention console aim assist? You just do it back, left and right, and it's messing up my aim. They're both doing ballerinas all over in this Nightfall. I just can't take it anymore. This is ridiculous. Like, look at this. Do you see why it's frustrating to do a solo GM on console? Do you see why? And you know what makes it even worse? They all regain their health. They regain their health. Now I had to do it all over again. I had to do DPS all over again. There goes my 100k, you know, gone because I have to spend probably 5 minutes of my life dealing with these barrier champions because they keep huddling, twirling ballerina. They keep doing it over and over. Like, look at this. Again, do I hear number 5? Are you gonna do it again? Yes? Okay. Looks like they just want to show off their dance moves to the Guardians. Well, it's already frustrating as it is. So right now I'm trying to shoot the back one, but you know, console aim assist is making me shoot the other direction. So yeah, there goes my super as well, because I was trying to use my super at the next champion, but then this champion, you know, was in the way, and then because of console aim assist, right, it was making me shoot precision shots or making me shoot something else, which I don't want it to happen, but it does it on its own because my character just gets so nervous. It just moves on its own. It's so ridiculous. I'm trying to fight it off the aim assist, but it's like, no, Blitz, you're on console. You can't do that. So now I finally took down the barrier champion. Took around 5 minutes, I think, or longer. I lost count. It was just extremely frustrating because I had to jump to dodge. You know, I can't just stand still and be like, whoopie-doopie-doo, okay, just scout away. Nope, I gotta jump around, move around, and make sure I don't go to the floor because these Arknights are gonna one-shot me. Yay, isn't this fun? I just love this Nightfall. It's my favorite Nightfall. It's just fantastic. All these Arknights are giving me a lot of frustration. Alright, so now I was just double checking because I was trying to do a method where I take down the 2 barrier champions in the beginning, and then I skip the 2 barrier champions at the end of the boss fight. Because if you guys notice, if you skip the first barrier champions, the first 2 in the beginning, and then cleared out all the champions throughout the entire Lightblade, you get platinum. I was trying to do the opposite because it did work 6 months ago. It did work on Witch Queen, on Legend, and then it worked on Master, right? But I wasn't really sure if it worked for this season because, you know, every season they always make changes. I was getting some bugs with the loot, and I was getting bugs if I was getting gold or platinum. It was confusing, and I wasn't really sure, so I'm not sure if it works anymore for this season. So if you guys notice now, yes, I took down the last Arknight. And this is when the boss is going to be very aggressive. There will be a wave of ads, well, thralls, and make sure you throw your grenade because they are extremely dangerous. And the boss is definitely going to be hopping back and forth. It's going to be extremely fun. You know, you get to manipulate the boss. And he almost, you know, he tricked me. He was like, gonna get you, Blitz. Oh, just kidding, Blitz. You know, I am trying my best to, you know, stay away from this boss at the same time, just shooting Wildrohorde because this boss is just extremely dangerous. Very unpredictable. I mean, look at this. He almost shot me with the arc, you know, Kai Blast. I panicked, so I used my super. And then, of course, I am planning to skip these 2 champions so I can get platinum. But as I said before, it did work during Witch Queen. For this season, I'm not 100% sure because I got some weird bug. And I wasn't sure if I even got gold or platinum for this video. As you guys notice, yes, I am trying my best to use Wildhorde. And like I said, the boss can see you even when you turn invisible. So that's why I was just turning invisible for the barriers and the thralls to not see me. But like I said, Lightblade, the boss can't see you when you turn invisible. Doesn't really matter so much. The only thing that matters is the barrier champions can't see you, the acolytes can't see you, and the thralls can't see you. But the boss can, for some odd reason, unless you crouch somewhere and hide behind a wall, then it can't see you. But other than that, it will follow you, no matter what. So now I am just trying to, jump, because I heard him walking really fast and it scared me a bit, so I don't want to hang around at the ground floor. The ground floor is very dangerous, so I try my best not to go there. Of course, for GMs, I would have to go there here and there, but for Master, I try to just go around the map, try my best not to get one shot. At the same time, I'm just using Wildhorde, and I was trying to go for a different method to get platinum rank. I was trying to do a different method for platinum rank, but not really sure if it works anymore for this season. I mean, if it doesn't work, that's unfortunate, because during the Witch Queen season it worked. But for this one, I'm not sure, because I got bugs. I defeated the boss. Doesn't even tell me if I have platinum or gold. Wonderful, great, all that work for nothing. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!